Hey guys, thanks a lot for joining me for this video. I'm very excited to bring you a double sort of review on two different EcoTools brush sets. And I really kind of set myself up for this yesterday because I was tweeting like crazy. I was tweeting this person and that person, and I had mentioned that I got an EcoTools brush set, and I think in the same tweet I said I was going to post a video that day, and the video was not about the brushes, but a lot of people I think thought it was, and so people were like, oh, I'm excited to hear about those brushes and this and that, and I'm thinking, yeah, that's not what this video is about. And then somebody finally tweeted me and they're like, you know, you're going to have to do a video on these brushes. I'm like, yeah, well, I was planning to anyway, so anyway. About these brushes, I think they're really great. This is a great brand. They are earth friendly. Basically, they're largely a natural product. They're 100% cruelty free. They come in these neat little like pouches that look like kind of dolled up Ziploc bags, but they open up and the brushes are in there, and the brush sets tend to come with their own little carrying cases as well. So the first kit I'm going to tell you about is the Bamboo 5-piece brush set. This one specifically says great for mineral makeup there on the label. And so what you get is you get this little envelope looking brush holder thing here that you can keep your brushes in. However, look what I have to do to make them fit. Like, these are shorter style brushes. Makes you think they're more like a travel product, right? So I stuff them down in there. I do not like having to stuff this beautiful brush down in there because it won't just stand up and shut. You have to like push it down. Ugh, almost painful. And then you have to put the other one in there and then you can seal it up. Okay, it's not like the worst thing you can do to a brush. It's not like I'm like taking it outside and like rubbing it on the street or something, but I mean, I don't like having to smush a brush into an area. A little brush roll, like with the second set, would be much better for this. So I don't think that was very well thought out on the company's part, but whatever the case may be, you can store these however you want to. Get some handy little brush guard things. That would be a good idea. But basically, this set is really cool, and these brushes are so soft. This particular style, you can see they're kind of like a duo fiber, like dual toned, I guess, fibers there on the brush. And excuse me, don't know what I just ate, but my throat is giving me problems today. Basically, these remind me, especially this little set with the shorter handles that kind of have that wooden look to them. They kind of remind me of the Everyday Minerals brushes, especially in their softness. Nothing I've found is really as soft as the Everyday Minerals brushes, except for maybe this set, and that's amazing. Both of these sets ran around $10. You're getting, like in this case, you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4 brushes and a little case, and then you get 5 brushes in this other set in a case. So that's good. If you divide that down per brush, pretty good deal there. So anyway, how do I use this particular set? You get a little baby kabuki brush, which I think is good for applying mineral makeup all over. It's a little smaller than a typical kabuki, so you're going to get a little more coverage with a smaller, you know, surface area there on the brush. So it was good for applying that. It's good to just sit around because it's so soft. You can just sit there and rub it on your face. I don't know, but I like using it also if I contour my cheeks and I want to blend out the contour a little bit. These brushes are nice and dense. So when you're doing your contouring, I mean, you're going to get a good blend if you want to go over stuff with that. So that little kabuki brush is one of the few truly usable kabuki brushes that I have. I have one, I think, from Smashbox and one from Laura Geller, 2 higher end brands, and they are really stiff and really hard to blend with, but this smallish one is one of the few small brushes that you can totally, you know, do your face all up with this. If this was all you had, you could put on your mineral makeup, you could put on your bronzer and your blush and probably make it work with this, so that's pretty awesome. Then it comes with a bigger brush that is good for powder, bronzer, or blush. I know some people just kind of tend to like, you know, okay, I like a smaller powder brush and a big fluffy bronzer brush, or you have different reasons why you like to use brushes, but this one I have applied all over face powder with this. It has kind of the bristles are tapered down on each side, but it has a sort of like flatness. You can see there when I turn it to the side. It kind of is a little more flat like that, and for that reason, since it does taper so much, I don't use it so much as a swirly brush like that as I like to use it for like a bronzer or a blush. I think this is a great size for a blush brush, actually, to get not too much product on there, but just enough. It's super soft, just like the other one, just shaped a little differently. So, you know, this could buff on your powder, this can put on your bronzer and blush. Then you have a couple other brushes here. One is a concealer brush, but I think this makes a great flat eyeshadow brush. And then a terrific, little like eye blending brush, crease brush type thing. These all have that same softness about them. So, and I think that's really important for an eye brush. I think so many times you see people doing videos and they're like, oh, this face brush is so soft. Well, are the eye brushes as soft as that? Because I don't want to put something stiff and scratchy by my eye, you know? This is about what we're looking at size-wise for this. So it's a nice kind of semi-medium to large crease brush. It's going to do well for blending out that area. This I have used with some powder concealer products. It works well. It would work well with a cream as also, but this is also a great size if you wanted to pack shadow on your eyelids. So just something to keep in mind. Kind of pick a function, and you might want to stick with it unless you're going to be cleaning these, deep cleaning these often. But yeah, these are great brushes. I love them. Overall, a really, really nice set there. And I don't know if I talked about where you can find these, but drugstores, Walgreens, Target, Walmart all carry this kind of stuff, but they had differing selections. I think Walgreens had the best overall selection. The next one I have to talk about is the Bamboo 6-piece eye brush set, and this is called the little Eye Makeover on the go, it says. So I love the setup of the way you store and can tote around this product. Look at this. It's just like a little brush roll, plus it has a little mirror in there. So I think that's really cool. Definitely keeps the brushes nice and neat, and you're not messing them up as you take them around. Just Velcro shut. I think that's really, really great on their part to do that. And plus, it's these little elastic bands that hold the brushes in are like tight. Like, it holds them in there like a nice little, I don't know, baby seat or something. It's like those brushes are in there and they're not going to slip out. So you got to understand that those are probably going to lose a little tension over time. But right now they're super tight, and I think that's good. So the brushes you have, I'll walk you through what you get in here. And it's neat with this eye set. It says EcoTools here, but it also points out what the brush should be used for. Some of these brushes I like better than others. As a whole, I think they're a good set. But yeah, I have some preferences. This is the big blending brush. This is big. This is like, let me show you in comparison size-wise to, like, say, in this kit, this would function, for me anyway, as the brush that I would use to put shadow all over my lid, because there's not necessarily another brush that could do that. So this is kind of like large for me. It comes to an odd little point. See how it has this point? And for that, I kind of thought, well, that could be kind of nice to blend, and like you stick that little point area in your crease, and that really covers a lot of area, and I'm like, that's nice. And these are soft. Even though these are dark and a totally different color scheme with the bristles than these, they're still super soft. I don't know if they are they as soft? Maybe not as soft as those other ones, but still very, very soft. So anyway, this one's kind of big, so I would need to supplement this with another smaller brush, like about the size of this one that I use from Sigma, to pack on that color. Or if you got both these brush sets, this concealer brush could serve that purpose. So this is kind of large, kind of awkward for me with that brush. The next one you get is this sort of angled doe foot type brush, and this says it is a crease brush. I don't know if this would be a crease brush for me. This is another one that I was using it this morning, and I was like, okay, like I started to put color in the crease, and I'm like, I kind of see why they call it a crease brush, but I kind of don't. Like, I don't know, with a really dark shade, I felt like it was kind of sloppy to use this as a crease brush, but if you're just kind of doing like a light wash and you could just kind of go like that, you know, maybe it would be all right. But if you kind of work it, the best way, I guess, to use this, I think, would be to not so much go like that with the smallest part in your crease, but to kind of just use it sideways and really pack the color in, then turn it going vertically to blend it out, maybe. That's just kind of the way I was experimenting. Next one you've got here is a highlight. They say highlight. I would call this more of a crease brush. This is pretty good in size. Let's compare it to the one in the other set. Other set is a little bit longer. This is kind of small. This is a size that I love. Love this brush. I think this is great for crease colors. It's great for blending out. It's also good to put the highlight up there, but I like this, like it a lot. I think this is going to be a brush I get a lot of use out of. Just from the size of my eye, it fits it well, and yes, very nice. And I like how soft it is, because when you're going back, forth over your crease, you want it to be soft, you know? Next one you've got two. The final two are very small. I love that you don't just wind up with a whole set of oversized eye brushes. There's variety in here, and so you can make this stuff work for you. This brush says Shade right here, and this is so small. It's tiny. Like, okay, once again, frame of reference, traditional eyeshadow brush here from Sigma. This is about half or a third of that size overall. So it's a small brush, still soft, but this is interesting because this makes it one of those great little detail brushes. Remember that little tiny brush I'm always pulling out from Coastal Scents? And I'm like, you know, you can put a shade around your tear duct, and I pull that out. I've not found anything comparable to that, but this little guy is. So yeah, put your highlight shade in there. If you want to kind of like go back after you've done your eye look and concentrate another color, you know, right on your crease, you have so much control here. If you just want small amounts of color in certain places, if you really wanted to kind of draw out that outer V or something like that, this is a nice little brush to have, and you don't see it everywhere. It's rare. The other one you get is this Smudge Brush. Look at how little and cute this is. Compare it to the size of the Crease Brush. It's very small. So you can see that this would work well to smudge out liner. Definitely, yeah. That's kind of what I did today after I was kind of getting to my finishing step of my eye look. I'd done my liner, I topped it with some powder, and then just kind of buff over it. It's so little. It's really cute too. So anyway, these brushes, overall, I mean, you heard my few little complaints just with the one and the carrying case it came with, and then this kind of big brush, which, hey, this could be nice if you wanted to set your under eye with a little bit of powder, set your under eye concealer there. That's an idea. That's actually could work pretty well for that. But I think all of this goes to show is use brushes how they work best for you. Just because that brush has one certain label that it says to do with it, like calling this a concealer brush, this could be an eye brush. Do what works best. I mean, that's how you're going to get the best look, not by just following all the same instructions on the back of a package. So those are suggestions, but those aren't the rules. So keep that in mind. Anyway, this little set folds together nicely. Overall, this is great to have this brand. I'm so glad I mean, you guys probably, many of you discovered this well before I did, but I'm glad I went ahead and bought them and tried them, because it's nice to have a brand that you can count on in your drugstore for brushes, because you know, Walmart to Target to Walgreens, all these different stores kind of carry their own little no-name brushes, and it's very hard to refer people to certain ones when there's not like a solid brand you can put them with. CoverGirl, Maybelline, Revlon, they're not all making like a whole extensive line of brushes. So I'm glad that EcoTools has this. Let me know what you think. If there are other brush sets beyond these or individual brushes you think I should try, let me know. But I would, as a whole, recommend this. This is basically a rave review for these products, and I hope you enjoyed this review. So thanks again for watching, guys, and have a great day.